Hey guys, Captain Dylan Hubbard here at beautiful Hubbard's Marina. A little dark out this morning, and we got Captain Joe here, and we've also got Captain Rich on the boat too. And today we're doing something a little different for us at Hubbard's Marina. We're doing an all jigging trip on our Flying Hub 2. This is the first public jigging trip that we've offered. We've done a lot of private charters where we've gone out there and heavy jig fish, but this is the first time that I recall ever doing a public version.
Definitely my first public trip. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we're planning on doing more of these throughout this year and into the future, offering more options for people to get out there and take advantage of this new, unique style of fishing.
Yeah, the weather looks right. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we're going deep today. What were you planning?
I think we'll start around like 180 and fish around there. The last I fished in 180 a couple weeks ago, the bite was really, really good. So we'll start in the depth that we left off and have fun from there, really. I think we're going to push west and maybe end up as deep as 215.
Yeah, bouncing around for those red grouper.
Scamps. The deeper we get, I think we might get some big scamp grouper. Woo. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty confident in the red grouper fishing at least.
Yeah. I mean, I remember last time we were out in this area, we were getting big mangroves, big scamp, big red grouper.
Yeah, we fished here a few months ago.
Yeah. So definitely excited to get back out there and kill some fish on some jigs and learn it myself, because this is definitely new to me.
Yeah, it's pretty new to me too.
Yeah, it's become popular in the area and definitely become more and more popular. Now more people are doing it, so we're gonna foray into it, and hopefully you can learn along with us.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Good, fire him down. Right, guys, go.
Definitely getting on to some fish now. Found some nice big vermilion snappers, some solid scamp, and a monster red grouper. Just getting our drift dialed in, getting the jigs dialed in, what's working, and finding our flow here. Dialing in on the spots and the depth and what's working, what's not. Keep plugging away at them. Got some assist putting it together. Got your ball bearing swivel going to the main line. Your assist hook on your split ring, and then your jig with another assist hook at the bottom, again split ringed.
We picked a few fish on the last spot. We just I'm still figuring things out. We drifted just west of the spot. It's a little ridge that runs north and south, and we were just on the west side of it. We drifted up out of the fish, so we ran back up here, and we're right in line to run over it this time. So we just got a couple of mangoes and hoping the groupers start chewing. But we'll typically drift. I mean, if the fish are biting and we drift the right direction of whichever the way the bottom runs, we can drift for a couple miles sometimes if the boat's doing what we need it to do. But if it starts to veer off one way or the other, we gotta pretty much pick it up and get reset on the piece of bottom that we're aiming for.
We're fishing about 185 feet. And normally I like to use it, depending on the current, anything from 160 gram to 220 gram. And in that depth, I like using I have a 500 N accurate on a goofish medium, which with acid wrap, which I really like. And basically just hitting off the bottom and slowly raising up and letting the free fall jig work. It's magic, because it comes down, it's fluttering. Some of these guys are using the vertical jigs, but I find out here in what we fished, the fluttering jig, the butterfly jig, it works a little better. If I go any shallower, I'm using a different. I'm using accurate 300. Any deeper than 250, I'm starting to look at. I'll still stay with the 500N, but we don't get too much further deeper on this boat. So my all-around rod, and I like this spider wire, the spider wire braid. This is 30 pounds, and it pretty much acts like a 50 pounds with a 10, maybe like a 12, 15 pound diameter, which will cut. The less the diameter on this, the more it'll cut right through the water and go straight down. The heavier the braid, the more float. And basically, if you see this tip here, it's all about the rod and the tip action, just bouncing it up and down. A lot of these guys got some good stuff here. Again, we're on a whole new learning curve out here on the Flying Hub 2. It's our first trip doing this with multiple people with just jigging. And they're doing a great job getting the mangoes and the gags. You know, as you saw, we are catching them. I think the weather had it's a little to do with something because we're coming off a bad front, but usually they're popping right up. And as you go around, you're going to see guys with different styles. Basically, you want to be on that bottom. And I want to straight up.
About 15 feet off the bottom.
Straight up. Because out here in the Gulf, we're bottom fishing. Not much pelagic out here. So this is what this is doing when it's going.
It's a live target. I got live targets.
Wing 4 jig, Johnny Jigs. 200 gram. P1. P1 rod. I'm using a HR Tokayo SJ3 Model S. Ooh.
Got it.
Barely hooked.
Barely hit.
There you go.
Nice fish.
Nice, Joey.
Looking for a picture.
Yeah, baby. Got up on a new piece of bottom, and Captain Joe put us right on top of them. They are hungry. Basically, as soon as the jig hits the bottom, all you have to do is twitch it once or twice, and the red grouper are right there. It's been a crazy bite. Virtually almost caught a limit of our red grouper within about maybe 20 minutes. It was pretty intense. And it slowed down a little bit for us, gave us a second to get caught up there, go around, make sure all these fish that do have to be released are properly vented, or using that descending device, make sure that anything we release, we return them right so they can live to fight another day. And then tag in all the ones that were big enough to keep, to make sure that we can keep track of all those red grouper that came in such a hurry there. Pretty crazy bite, to say the least. slowed down a little bit for us now. Might just be on the backside of that killer bite, or might have slowed up just because we slid off that piece of bottom. So we'll get readjusted here in just a minute, get back up on that rock, and probably do it again. I mean, at one point, everybody down this side of the boat, all 5 of us were hooked up. Nice big red grouper, and I'm sure it was the same on the other side of the boat too. It was a pretty epic couple minutes. Definitely those few minutes can make or break a trip. And we've had a little bit of a tough bite today. Definitely steady picking at some quality fish. But that little hot action piece there for 15-20 minutes of just non-stop red grouper was pretty sweet. So looking forward to a few more hours and filling up this box a little bit more. Setting up a new jig, and I've got my assist hooks. I put my split ring on my assist hooks, and now I'm setting up my barrels, or my ball bearing swivel, which is apparently very paramount to this system. So you got to have a ball bearing swivel, not just a bearings, or not just a barrel swivel. So you get your assist hooks on your split ring, then your ball bearing swivel, and so your line actually connects to your swivel, and then the jig connects to that split ring. So it's kind of, this is the system that gets tied to the rod, and then the jig gets attached to that split ring. So we're going to use this pink and silver kind of glow jig, and the top of the jig is where the eyeball's at. So I'm going to split this split ring, which is not as easy as I thought it would be, but learning slowly to manipulate those split rings. Split ring pliers definitely help a whole heck of a lot. And some of these guys that have been jigging a while do it very quickly and make it look easy. Still learning, but now I've got my jig ready with my assist hooks, my ball bearing swivel. You'll notice these are the hooks that came with the jig, and these are the assist hooks I just added. So one thing that I've been told, and I'm learning slowly, is you want to make sure your assist hooks are the same. So right now, if I sent this down, these assist hooks are different than the bottom, and it would fall differently. It wouldn't be weighted right. So the jig isn't going to behave normally. So I'm going to take the hooks off, the hook system that came on the jig off, and replace it with matching hooks that are going to match my top assist hooks. So that's my next step.
I'm going to try to see all the broken glow in there. I'm going to try to give it a little juice it up a little with this UV light. See, well, put the gangster stick to work down there. Yeah, no.
He made me sleep outside last night.
See what happens.
So again, we started off this morning in 185 feet. We did good. We got the red grouper, got some mangoes, got quite a bit of mangoes, shot out deep. Got into the 205 to 220 foot, but it sort of slowed down out there. And it may have been just the morning. We didn't, it was a little cooler out this morning. As the day went on, we started picking out more and more. So somewhere around 12:30, noon 30, 1 o'clock, we came into about 175 feet, and we got on one spot, and we got about 8 or 9 red grouper, keep a red grouper. We got some mangoes. These guys did really good. We got them. I think it's calmed down. If you look around, it's got a little glass here, and the water may have warmed up just a hair or two because the sun's been beating down. We just got a horse of a red grouper by my new best friend. Well, one of them, Jeff, and I say that to everyone on the boat, but he just came up. Jeff, what size jig we using on that?
I think it was a 180 NLO scoop jig.
Yeah. You guys out here, we got 10 guys fishing out here, and they're fishing anywhere from 120 grams to 200 grams, but I think the predominantly is around 150, 160 grams, and we're pretty much almost at our limit of red grouper, which is we got 10 guys, 20 red grouper, and got a really nice box of fish, and these guys are all excited for our first initial jigging trip on the Flying Up 2. Guys, they're all coming out well, right? Coming back, Jeff, Pete, good job. Yeah, these guys, we're going to be doing more. We're going to talk to Dylan, try to get a little more out here. Again, a lot has to do with the weather, too. You know, we're not going to go out and get beat up in 3-4 footers, but it, you know, as Dylan Hubbard says, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too damn busy. But these guys are really excited. No one once said, I wish I had bait on the boat. These guys are all jigging guys, and they understand what it's about, and they're just doing a great job today. So we hope to see more of you guys. Hopefully more will come out. We do take a limited amount of people on this trip. Our trips with the bait, we take up to 16, but with the jigging, I believe we're sticking around 10, maybe 12, but 10 people looks like the right number, and we'll see where it goes from there. But the fishing has been it's lit up on the last couple stops, and we got a short bit of time. We got about a half an hour left or so, and we'll see how it ends up.
Gotta get this fish in the box.
Thank you. And we got another keeper red grouper right there. Joe, what do you think of the day today?
Good day. It's been picky pretty much throughout the whole course of the trip, but they had definitely added up.
Yeah.
We had to work for them, but we got a nice box.
We had that one stop that got on fire.
Change depths. Yeah, we just keep after them until we end up with a good catch.
So, looking forward to doing another trip. Hopefully, we turn this into pretty much a monthly thing, right, Joe?
I think so.
Told Dylan to sign me up, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Raleigh.
Just put me on the list.
Raleigh, he was 7 foot when he came out. He's got
Yeah.
beat up by a couple fish. He's down to 4'10".
Yeah. Beat me down.
He's doing great. Yeah.
Mama's got some fish though.
Mama's got
That's
some
right.
fish.
Yes, sir. she
Yes,
does.
sir.